The military conflict between Russia and Ukraine caused some of Russia's traditional allies to reconsider their relations with their larger neighbor. It gives Europe new energy resources and the US the chance to finally confront Chinese expansion into Russia's historic sphere of influence. Kazakhstan for a long time was close to Moscow's orbit, sharing the longest unbroken border with Russia and being a member of several multilateral agreements and organizations led by Moscow. Russian intervention to preserve the Kazakh government earlier this year resulted in Kazakh President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev reasserting his independence from Russia, as Kazakh citizens view Tokayev as an illegitimate leader appointed to his position with Russian help. Kazakhstan is significantly increasing its defense spending and seeks closer ties with China and NATO countries amid fears of Moscow's geopolitical ambitions spreading beyond Ukraine. The Central Asian country will allocate an additional 441 billion tenge, $918 million, in its defense budget, nearly 1.5 times more than last year's $1.7 billion budget, according to an anonymous Kazakh official. Some of the additional funds will be used to bolster its military reserves. While Russia sent peacekeeping forces to Kazakhstan in early 2022 amid a series of bloody anti-government protests across the country, Moscow's war against Ukraine has strained relations between Russia and its southern neighbor and ally. Kazakhstan adopted a neutral stance in the current war, refusing to give full support to either Russia or Ukraine. And speaking with his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin in June at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, the president of Kazakhstan said that his country does not recognize the sovereignty of the self-proclaimed Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republics. These comments were considered by many as a disparaging statement to Putin, who cited the liberation of the pro-Moscow separatist republics as the reason for introducing troops into Ukraine. After Tokayev's statements, Russia suspended Kazakhstani oil exports to Europe through the Russian port of Novorossiysk, citing alleged environmental violations. The measure was quickly reversed after Kazakhstani authorities threatened to block parallel imports into Russia to circumvent sanctions through their customs posts. In recent months, the weakening of ties with Russia has brought Kazakhstan closer to China, the US, and NATO member Turkey. The high-ranking official from the Central Asian country said there is a growing concern in the region about Moscow's goals outside Ukraine. "Imagine if they didn't have Ukraine to insult. Would we be next?" he stated.